I can't think of another court case that's been prosecuted with such a minor injury. Even if it, wasn't the parent. I can't even think of a case where somebody else, a non-parent, maybe struck a child either on the buttocks or slapped her in the face with such a minor injury that was prosecuted. So yeah, I think it's very unusual. There doesn't have to be much to move forward. However, to convict, that's another story. Okay, so to move forward, all the prosecution would have to show is some evidence that there was some type of injury, not to a non-fleshy area of Mr. Arambula's daughter's body, in other words, other than the buttocks, that was caused by Mr. Arambula. That's all they need is some evidence like that. It could be just a small amount of evidence and the judge will let it go to trial. When you're picking a jury, it's not one thing a juror says or is or does that necessarily makes you decide if whether you think they would be a good juror for your side. It's a combination of a lot of factors. There's been a debate about corporal punishment to kids and hitting your kids or spanking their kids. A lot of people think that one of the reasons there's a lot of kids that are misbehaving when they become adults is because they weren't properly disciplined to be children. Those are the types of jurors the defense would want in this case. The prosecution would probably want parents who tend to coddle their kids and overprotect them and live vicariously through them. What I would do is ask parents or people on the jury, A, if they've ever spanked their children, and then ask them why or why not, if they have. Also adversely, not adversely, but also ask them if when they were kids, were they ever spanked? And if they think that now, as Monday morning quarterbacks, that turned out to be a good thing. And from there, you can learn a lot from where these people are going to be at the end of the case. Usually, asking someone's political affiliation is off limits in picking a jury. However, in this case, it might be because a judge might deem it relevant because of the fact that the defendant, Joaquin Arambula, is a sitting Democratic Assemblyman, and there's overtures of political motivation for the prosecution of this alleged crime. So the judge may allow it. I mean, that's going to be a tough call for the prosecution to put a 7-year-old girl up there to testify against her father. I mean, that'd be traumatic in and of itself. I think if I'm the prosecutor, I don't prosecute this case for that reason alone. Why put an 8-year-old through that trauma, thinking that her testimony may put her father in jail? I mean, just think about the traumatic, especially at the age of 8, that's going to stay with her the rest of her life. So for that reason alone, I can't see how any prosecutor would do that. And she's a necessary witness to the prosecution. Without her, the prosecution doesn't have a case.